I'm taking a year off work, shutting down the computer and locking the office. Leaving Wagga, my home of many years. Travelling Asia to discover, learn, to test, reflect and to relax. This is my journey. This is 52 weeks. I travelled back to Mandalay from Myanmar by air, and the experience in the airport at Mandalay was much different to the experience at the railway station at Mandalay, and for that matter for the airport in Yangon. The people just left you alone mostly. You collected your bag and entered into the exit lounge, had a chance to figure out what you were doing, and when you're ready you just walk up to the counter and organise a taxi. I decided to head down to the river today and went through some back streets and alleyways, and I admit it, I got completely turned around and lost. So I was heading completely the wrong way, in completely the wrong direction. But fortunately in Mandalay the streets are numbered, so when I figured out the streets were going in the wrong direction, that is, the numbers were getting smaller rather than bigger, I turned around and headed the other way and made it to the river. Had a really nice day. It was great. Had a couple of beers and some lunch. It was very, very nice. Mandalay is not what I expected. It's a big sprawling metropolis. On reflection, it is the second biggest city in Myanmar, so that's not unsurprising. But it has its moments. There's some really nice things. Spent a really lovely morning by the river, up to lunch, had some beers, very nice. Wandered through the flower market, which was really pretty. I'm about to head home. So I'm taking the day out of the city today. This is my faithful driver, he's just Steve. We're heading up into the mountains to somewhere cooler. Just having a quiet morning this morning, wandering around town and checking out a few things. The weather's not too bad, it's a bit warm, but there's nice breezes this morning, so pretty good. So just have a wander around and see what we can find.
Ok là.
Today's my last day in Myanmar, so I thought I'd put some final thoughts together. The people in Myanmar sing, and I don't mean that they kind of do massed choirs and things like that, although they might. They just sing in their daily life. Shopkeepers, drivers, people in the street, whenever they feel like it, they sing. I really like that. Generally speaking, whenever you get into a high up space, it becomes really obvious. It's a very spiritual community. You can see the temples and the pagodas dotted around the city when you're up at any height. All of the three cities I've been in, Yangon, Mandalay and Bagan, have all had that. But it's not just Buddhism. Around the towns you see Hindus and Christians and Muslims and their places of worship. It's a very spiritual place. I've been variously gobsmacked by Myanmar, gobsmacked, frustrated, intrigued. It's a whole mix of things. It's a really interesting place. But I guess the question is, did I fall in love with it? And the answer to that question is no, I haven't fallen in love with Myanmar yet. But as I said, I've been intrigued by it, and I've been fascinated by it, and I've been frustrated by it. I haven't fallen in love with it. It hasn't been love at first sight. But it has been interesting enough for a second date. So that's if she'll have me. And if I come back for a second date, that might form the basis of a lasting and strong relationship. So I'm flying out of Mandalay tomorrow and heading back to Chiang Mai. So I'll see you in Thailand.